Reality.
UFOs.
Science.
Consciousness.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
That might not be a real thing. The podcast. Three.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Strap yourselves in. This could be a wild ride. Our gooses are cooked on... King, what would you smoke us up with out there?
A really strong.
What's the brand?
It's Jokes Up and Packwoods, Los Angeles.
Really cool packaging too.
All right, so
Yeah, it's a premium.
It's a 2 gram pre-roll.
2 gram pre-rolled blunt with 0.25 grams of indoor keef and the same amount of concentrate, along with, like you said, 2 grams of top shelf.
I had to tap out. We
nonsense
before we couldn't finish it out there. We had to say I have to get on the air.
That is insane.
It's utterly nonsense.
Welcome back to the show, and I got to tell you, I don't know what tonight's going to be like. It's possible you could get some chimpanzees in here to do a show, and it's more coherent than what we're going to put together for you. But we're doing our best, people.
You mentioned the metaverse. This is the metaverse.
We just got fucked up.
You guys just piped into the metaverse or the Matrix or something.
Welcome back. I'm the Candyman, Danny D, Kingsley, Sean Macca. Hey, thanks for listening, and this show is brought to you by nrgtree.com. Everything you need at your house for a sweet solar revenue generating project.
It's also brought to you by your mom.
Yep. That's true. We were brought in here by our moms.
Everyone's mom. Yeah.
She knows what I'm talking about.
So check us out on Instagram, and hit us up at tmnbart.com. No, at gmail.com. That's right. tmnbart at gmail.com. So we'll get into songs of the week, some shout outs. I have
a shout out.
Yeah, we're all going to get our turn. I'm going to talk about the Metaverse this week a little bit because it's cool. Danny D got a PlayStation. We're going to talk about that. I almost jizzed in my pants when I found out because now it means we have an opportunity to, I'm obviously an avid gamer. I don't know. Let's start with the important one. Macca, you got a good shout out.
Shout out or announcement or
some sort of a follow. We're saying it on the air right now.
Yeah. All right.
Label it how you want it.
I just want to shout out the Christie Williams Foundation, which launched this week, or at least it launched on Instagram this week. Obviously, in a previous episode, we talked about a friend of ours that passed away to brain cancer at a very young age. So please follow on Instagram, KW Memorial Foundation, and stay tuned to the things they have. They also have some merch. You can buy hoodies, T-shirts, baby shirts.
Nice.
So
we
stuff.
We can put that in our link tree?
Yeah.
So we should do that.
Or we could share it on our page too. So.
All right. I don't know what the best way is, but
we'll get it
official.
Out there.
It's official, and we're what do they call it? What are we doing? We're endorsing it?
Endorsing, yeah.
Promoting.
Follow KW Memorial Foundation on Instagram.
There you go.
And that's it.
The many areas of my brain have been impaired by that thing we just smoked, but I'm coming around. So
I'm completely sober.
Yeah. Well, it's not for me. All right. So my song of the week, I'm going to pass the baton over to you, Danny, is it's a Francais song. Okay. And it's by a guy named Plastic Bertrand. And it was featured on Money Heist, aka La Casa de Papel, on Netflix. And man, I heard it and I was like, that's a fucking dope jam. So it's in French and it's by Plastic Bertrand and it's Ça Plan pour moi. And I highly fucking endorse that song as well. Ooh. You know it.
Yeah.
Yes, Danimal.
That's a
Fucking
jam.
Bonus point, son. That's the song of the week.
That's
I
been
know
in
that.
a couple movies, right?
Yeah, it's from European Vacation.
Yeah.
I saw the cogs turning over there. I'm like, Dan knows the song. He's just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't speak French, but I love the song, so I'm
Yeah.
like trying to rock out to the words, and all I can get out is
Yeah, it's good though. I could listen to it a million times. I'll never know the words.
Ah,
Never.
dude, forget about
I don't
it.
know the language, so.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a language barrier.
Yeah.
Even if I did, it'd be like, whoa, buddy, you're going pretty fucking. That guy's on something when he wrote that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you got? You got an announcement?
I got a shout out to fan of the show, Jeremy Torres.
Where is he?
He's in San Diego, California.
All right.
Yeah,
See
he's a
that?
good guy.
We're
He listens to
helping
the show. He
people.
loves it. He listens to new episodes and stuff. So
Listen to people.
He's a good guy.
San Diego, California.
Yep.
Awesome.
And my song of the week is a soundtrack. It's one you all love. When I wake up in the morning now at 4:30 in the morning, I put my headphone in with the Rocky soundtrack.
Oh, boy.
Because when you go
Rocky
listen,
Four.
Rocky 4. When you're going up
No,
against
obviously.
when you're going up against an unstoppable force, you have to have the music to go with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what that unstoppable force is?
Yeah.
It's me. I'm going up against me. That's
when
that's
do we
an
get
opponent.
when do we get to post a sweet picture of you on
Oh
IG?
no, not till June.
We have to wait that long
Yep.
for a public. All right.
Yep.
Well, listen.
I need like 12 weeks of like really like getting my body fat down and adding a little bit more muscle. I just
lot
need
of-
little bit. I'm in training though.
a lot of things can happen between now and June, but I can attest right now that Dan is in fucking shape so far. So
Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape right now.
Pretty.
It's only getting better every week. Like,
so far. He's walking the walk.
yeah, my like if you just like it's a science. My muscles are growing and my body fat's going down and it's looking better every time. So
It's a thin piece.
she sees it.
Oh, I know.
I walk
was
in-
briefed on it outside, but don't worry.
What'd you say?
You're a distraction.
You're a distraction.
Can't keep her hands off you. It's a distraction. It's amore.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it's going good though. You know,
What-
that's my. I mean, it's like a boyhood fantasy to like work out to like Hearts on Fire or something like that.
Yeah, for our generation.
Yeah. Like when I'm getting that last rep, like it really helps.
You want to hear something disturbing? I've been teaching martial arts my whole life, right? And obviously I took a little time off here and there. But when Akira was little, we started Taekwondo again. So I was teaching classes. This was obviously like a decade ago. So, I mean, think about that. It's a decade ago this is happening,
Yeah.
right? I'm teaching Taekwondo and I'm telling these kids, something, come on, like Rocky. And none of them get the reference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it wasn't me at first. It was this other instructor kept saying it. And I had to explain to him. I'm like, buddy,
I don't think they know what Rocky
these
is.
kids haven't seen Rocky. They have no idea what it is, and you're not getting through to them with any kind of like motivational, what do they call it? A visualization, imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not hitting pay dirt.
That's a
because-
really good soundtrack too.
because you see Sylvester Stallone working out, and also the guys
Running
that
through
did
the
it.
snow and with the log.
Like when
on
he's
his
like
back.
pushing the thing up.
If it please the court, the people that so when I work out routinely, I listen to the Transformers soundtrack from the 1984 Transformers movie.
yeah.
And if you cross-reference the people that did the music for that, a lot of them did the music for Rocky.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that makes
Like Vince DiCola has like
yeah.
a couple of songs on there.
Yeah.
And people think it's weird that like you work out to Transformers from 1984. I'm like, sometimes Thundercats, sometimes Voltron. I'm like, my buddy Dwayne, he's like too cool for school. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's like, oh yeah, he's like Voltron and Thundercats. I'm like, man, when Thundercats comes on, you don't get like a burst of strength, like, oh, you know what I mean? The Sword of Omens, like.
Everything's going good though. I'm not taking a day off. Basically, I'm taking a day off from the gym, but I'd never take a day off from anything like diet and like cardio, things like that.
You're
I'm
full bore.
I'm full. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope everyone likes the show today because the world's apparently going to shit. I paid $4.85 a gallon at the gas pump today, and I guess I was one of the lucky ones. I just saw outside some people are paying more than $5. Apparently, there's a giant pipeline from Russia that's been supplying us with oil for all this time. I don't know what they're doing, but I hope you guys figure it out. And what I came up with today was like, look,
That's gonna hurt the economy
no shit, it's
because
bad.
you're not gonna want to leave the house if it's so expensive.
Well, here's the deal. I looked at it today. Wait, did I step on your toes with the gas thing?
No, nothing.
Okay.
How much would it
You
take?
just fried out of your balls from
Yeah,
the joint
yeah.
we smoked? Okay.
Sorry, Sean.
People are already nuts and going worse and worse. That's like I was explaining to Deanna like why we're on the air. I was like, we're on the air basically to like try to put some positive vibes out there and not talk about negative shit. But what I came up with today was like the only positive spin I can think about of the gas prices being high and stuff is that necessity is the mother of invention, man. It's the facts.
They've been high before,
We've needed an alternate energy source for our vehicles for so long
right.
that maybe it's just time to, it sucks and there's going to be some growing pains and we're going to be the ones that get fucked and deal with it. But like in 5 or 10 years, maybe we're no longer running our vehicles on fuel. And, it sucks and we all just bit the bullet and paid $8 a gallon, but we're running things on more cleaner energy sources, right?
I'm sorry. I am distracted by how just bombed you are over there. You're just standing.
You having a good time, Sean?
No, I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Would you put yourself like an 8 right now?
I'm at like an 8.
8's functional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's functional.
The train's leaving,
Might
just
be
to
a
let you
little
guys
bit
know.
So anyway,
Leaving.
Sorry.
You better get on it.
The world's is going to shit, hell in a handbasket, however you want to look at it, and it's driving more and more people into the metaverse, aka virtual reality.
Can I just say something too? I don't think the world's really going to shit. I think it's always been like when we were kids. They said the same thing about Gulf
It's-
War and everything.
Same thing.
It's
The same thing. It just hits you, repeats itself. But I don't think it's going to shit.
yeah, it's just created. by
It might be if
media.
your house gets bombed. That's going to shit.
And there's more news outlets.
Yeah,
TikTok,
covering it,
fucking
yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, they can't cover it as much.
I don't
People
watch
are on
any
their
of it.
phones reporting it instead of like relying on the news.
Right.
Like you used to be able to like hide shit. Like now, like you can't because there's 20 cell phones pointed at something when something bad happens.
Yeah. Turns out
They report on
the man's technology is being used against him right now.
So
Right.
now they report on what we record for them instead of vice versa, like where they
Right.
used to like record and we'd like get that information.
You're saying the mainstream media uses
Mainstream-
our footage.
Yeah, they're reporting our footage instead of like the other way around.
Yeah, they're like, this person captured this
Yeah,
image.
yeah,
That's
it
a
used
fucking.
to be like we captured this image or we didn't.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe it.
This just
weird-
in.
You have to
Back
see.
then.
You have to see it.
Breaking news.
You have to see it to believe it, folks. Right? Yeah. That's an interesting point you make in general. The I think the first like portable video cameras actually started coming around in the '60s, and most of the like footage that we watch today in documentaries about like the police brutality and the riots and segregation, those were all shot on by like dudes on the sidewalk winding the camera up and doing the little. What was the film called, Dan? Like 60 mil or 20 mil or
25?
the film that they use those little cameras on?
35 millimeter.
35 millimeter, I think. Is
I'm
35.
talking about 1960s, the first video camera that people would crank them.
There are
Yeah.
a bunch of different ones.
I think it's the width of the actual film.
Yeah.
And I think it was 35 millimeter. I think he's right.
Well, that's crazy. So I'm.
Like your dinky on
I-
a cold day.
What do you got?
I have
38
that might
millimeter.
not be a real thing.
Oh, let's
Ooh,
hear it,
hey.
please, by all means.
All right.
All right, hang on now.
Everybody cool out.
We're not allowed to say anything.
Bundle up. Bundle up? No.
All right,
Buckle
so-
up. Sorry.
Buckle up. Especially for this one.
Bunkle up.
Hit
All
me.
right.
Hit me.
As we all know, we don't like to talk about anything that's actually happening in the world.
Yeah.
So
Well, negative stuff.
well, yeah. So just so everyone knows, people still operate in a sphere where they're not just talking about politics. They're not just doing something from politics or anything like that. So this,
Is that
this
is that us?
yeah. I'm just saying, it's like it seems like everybody does stuff with an agenda that's tied to
spin.
politics or some bullshit like that. So
Everything I do is-
I have a story today that proves, if it's real, of course, that is not true.
Go.
Here's the title: North Carolina woman fighting DMV to keep, quote, fart, unquote, vanity plate.
Fart vanity plate.
They want to get rid of her fart plate?
Yes.
There's much worse things on vanity plates than
Oh,
fart.
yeah.
North Carolina, they have part of the polite part of the country.
Fuck,
That was more Georgia.
I was gonna
not
say.
ladylike.
Ladies don't fart.
Ladies don't fart. They do it in silence. They just do it in silence, and you smell it, but
Is
you don't
that
hear it.
You don't know where it come from.
time
Yeah.
out? Is that the extent of it might not be a real thing, or do I? Or wait, when are we allowed?
You want me to
No, I
When
think
are we
that's-
allowed to
that
decide?
we
sounds
can stop there?
That sounds
or-
real.
You're in charge. It's your game.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me if you think it's real or not.
That sounds dumb enough to be
I
real.
think that's real.
I don't. I think it's
If
real.
you made it up, you're fucked up.
He made it up after the
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Here's the deal, though. I heard this week on it popped up somewhere because I like Elon Musk. Obviously, shout out Elon Musk. You're awesome.
A lot of people hate him now.
Fuck those people. They're trying. I guess Teslas have a button you can push that makes a loud fart sound out of the horn.
Oh, that's amazing.
he likes
they're
funny shit.
they're banning it.
That's
Certain
stupid.
states are saying it's like a disturbance or whatever. And
Well, yeah, I can see that.
I'm like, why? I'm
He
like,
named some of his stuff on Spaceballs, like ludicrous speed.
dude, he did the flamethrower. You know that?
Yeah, we have one.
Just for fun.
Yeah, we have a flamethrower.
They have a flamethrower at his work.
But
and
it's
awesome.
But at SpaceX, the dude made if you look it up on like one of his things, you can just Google it or whatever. Elon Musk, SpaceX, fucking flamethrowers. They made like 200 or like a small batch of flamethrowers, like basically like one-offs. And they shipped them all over the world, and they basically basically he was saying
want one.
he was basically saying he was disturbed that all he had to do was break it into 2 components and ship it, and he could send a flamethrower to like anybody.
Anywhere. Oh, no.
And they did. They like sent all these parts, and then like you put them together, and they're a flamethrower. It's like, can you imagine the type of flamethrower that Elon Musk
Oh,
must
yeah.
build? It must
Flamethrower
efficient,
at like
like
IKEA style.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was asked, "Why did you do it?" He's like, "I just wanted to make a flamethrower."
Yeah, no, he literally said it was just for fun. Like I'm
Just because I can.
I'm
and I
super
want
rich
to.
and I want to have some
Yeah.
fucking fun. We made some flamethrowers and spread them around the world.
All right, what do you think?
I think it's real.
All right, you guys are right. It's real.
I knew that.
Now, let me.
Is she winning though?
I don't know. She's in waiting.
Oh, Jesus.
But let me. All right,
We need a follow up.
that might not be a real thing. Part 2. Okay. Or B.
Heartbeat.
What does FART stand for?
On her license plate.
It stands for Friends of Asheville Recreational Trails.
Oh, so it's like a business thing or whatever,
like-
a group thing.
Like,
I mean,
It
assuming
sounds like a bullshit. Like I just made it up.
I think
it stands for this.
fart.
It's like no.
that sounds like the front for a criminal organization. Like they're like fart.
We are the clit.
We are.
it's like a bad. Yeah.
Masters of the clit.
Exactly. That's like, come on.
No one rules the clit like me.
Like, who's
This
gonna
little fuck. I am the clit commander.
get that little? You
Yeah,
put
you
it
Just
the-
push.
I rub my nose.
I rub my nose.
that guy had a. He's having a little bit of a comeback now. I think.
Yeah,
you're
they
right.
had a
Yeah.
new movie.
Yeah.
It was good.
He's cleaned up.
Yeah, his face looks like it caved in a little bit from just years of drug use, and like getting his teeth ripped out and stuff. But like, he's doing okay though. He's older too. He's like 50 something. They joked about it in the movie.
Yeah. Well, hey, it happens.
Yeah. And then Kevin Smith lost a lot of weight, so he's no longer
Like
lunchbox. He's snack box.
Yeah.
They call him snack box.
Yeah, because he's small.
I love a little snack box every once in a while.
Snack pack. You're the coolest.
Why'd you say that dirty in a dirty voice?
I mean, that was real
I meant it precisely as it sounded. Like I was using it as
I
like
thought you meant you want pudding.
I meant like
Dan's been depriving himself of
So listen, of
food. He's
so
like, I thought he wanted pudding.
So I'm eating this ice cream called Halo ice cream. It's like 300 calories and like 20 grams of protein. And I'm like, this is so fucking good. And everybody's like, no, you're just deprived of real ice cream.
Yeah.
You
True.
think it's good. It's
true.
Like, I can't imagine anybody doesn't like it. It's so creamy and good. It is.
yeah, Kira had its low calorie.
Yeah, it's like 66% less calories, so I can eat a whole tub in a day. It's almost like a protein chicken. It's 20 grams of protein, so like I can just pound one.
I've taken one down when I've been like really ripped
Yeah.
before, and I've been like, oh my god, this is pretty good. But
It feels like you're eating ice cream.
it's exactly what you're saying. It's cravings for junk food, dude. I like.
Yeah.
I want Cheetos so bad sometimes. I would do bad like Milk Duds in the middle of the night, Skittles, like.
I won't. If I see Skittles, I'm gonna have a couple. I just don't like I account for it and I don't gorge on anything.
I would like beg a person in the street to give me Skittles in the middle of the night when I have the munchies that bad. Like it's
I don't get the munchies not for candy.
only
anyway.
for an edible.
No, not for.
I'm pretty mentally strong. Like a lot of people, like they fall off the diet. And like I'm gonna get back on it Monday.
Hey.
There's no. Somebody says, "Oh, it's Thanksgiving. You can cheat." Like there's no cheating.
You quit heroin. That's the hardest thing in the world to do mentally.
That's
I think.
true.
Right?
Yep.
No, food's harder. It's staring at you in the face all the time.
No,
I don't have to deal with drugs.
No, seriously. Think about that. Okay, like that when you don't eat and you get into a point of like you're actually starving.
You get ghrelin. It's like a hormone that comes out. It actually makes you hungry.
Yeah, but like you'll become an animal eventually. Like you'll kill something wild and eat it and like drink. Like
Yeah.
gonna
If you
see
don't
him
have any
out.
food, you mean.
I'm saying that the
Yeah.
effects of prolonged hunger have on the human psyche are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not like that hungry. I'm just a few hundred calories below my.
I'm gonna see him in the backyard next.
Yeah,
week
but if you
eating a
do
squirrel.
that, if you do that for a prolonged period
Oh, I
of
can't do
time,
it forever. I'd be dead.
if you do it for a prolonged period of
I
time,
only have so much body fat to fuel.
it's
like,
why
what
the
I'm
cheat.
doing.
It's why the cheat day was invented, dude. They say it's to like give your body like a little recovery or whatever. But it's bullshit. It's a psychological.
There's only
stepping
so
stone.
much of a cheat day you can do. You can't like eat 10,000 calories in your cheat day. It'll ruin your whole week.
Yeah,
like,
but you can
'cause
have
there's,
something like ice cream.
No, you can have something like ice cream. Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
I ate
can do it. I'm gonna do it eventually. I'm just right now. I'm just too focused.
I made love
I
to
don't
a
wanna do
pizza.
it.
Yes.
You don't want to lose your momentum.
It's not, I don't think I'll lose my momentum.
Wait.
I just mentally, I want to like callous my mind and like cheating isn't like in the cards yet.
Chris,
That's what I don't. Not that everything I eat is great. It's just it's still within my limits.
got
Chris snuck in that line though. Sorry,
What?
he just goes, "I made love to a pizza yesterday."
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that.
I did.
I did.
When I eat it. I'm like
The whole
oh,
thing.
It sounds like some people making out and making love because I'm eating the pizza. And I'm like, oh my
I
god.
also live in a house full of junk food, cookies, pizza,
Yeah.
everything.
Temptation.
So like I'll just wander around and just like look at stuff and just.
He
walk
likes
away.
to like break off like little pieces, like bird-sized pieces, and like put it in his mouth. I'm like,
Just
what are
a-
you doing?
just a
Get off
teeny-
my fucking cookie.
It's a teeny little.
Eat a cookie if
Just
you
a
want to
morsel.
fucking.
Just
Yeah.
Just a
The morsel. So like I won't eat a whole cookie. I'll just take a.
He'll just, like,
I'll have one little piece of a cookie.
Pop like one little corner off.
Just
I'm
to
like,
get that
Give me a
taste.
chocolate chip.
get your own fucking cookie.
The way I would describe
cookie.
the way I would describe me in the depths of a binge when I'm really really baked on an edible, it would be like Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Smoking makes it hard too.
Please.
Smoking makes it hard too. though.
Begging
I don't smoke.
on the ground, begging for some sugar, and my kid will be like, "You're pathetic."
This should have been the episode where we got Dan high.
We're high enough. We need somebody sober. I do want to
not
talk
with that thing.
I want to talk about the metaverse. Do you even know what you do? You have any idea about this? The metaverse?
I mean,
I do.
sort of.
Okay.
I haven't done it yet.
I've been hearing about it a lot, obviously,
I know what it is.
but it's basically like kind of like The Sims, but
Yeah.
virtual reality. But like they're putting a lot of shit into it,
Right.
and
They want it to be one big cohesive world.
people are buying and selling virtual stuff
Yeah.
on here. First of all, video games. You got a PS4,
Yeah.
okay?
It's not even
so
hooked up yet.
It's not hooked up yet.
when we were growing up, you went out and you bought the cartridge or the disc or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Then video games became digital download, which was fucking great. Don't get me wrong, but basically you paid $60 when you bought a game, and the pricing structure was really that like there would be another $60 you would spend over like a 2-year period for the releases of like new chapters in the game, basically $15 each, whatever. So if you bought a game, you were in for $120 and you had it. Then things started getting a little shifty. I don't want to get economic in video gaming. I don't want to cross the stream, so to speak, but like basically microtransactions started to become a big thing. Okay. So it's like on Fortnite, for example, that game's probably one of the most popular games.
Yeah, you buy like a
in the
little
world.
tiny little suit or
But
You don't have
Yeah.
to, but you don't have to pay for Fortnite.
No,
when they
you-
have
No, they
when
give it to you
when
free.
they have a new release. You don't have to buy the expansion
No.
pack. It's
Right.
all free.
Yeah, but
it's the little bullshit that they're charging for.
Yeah, you gotta buy
They're making-
V-Bucks.
Well, I mean, you don't need to.
No, right.
It's all if you want to
you don't
dress
need-
your
Right,
character
right,
up a certain way.
But our kids can't go without V-Bucks. Like, I need V-Bucks. But like,
Why
you're
do they?
fucking
Why do
late.
they? Why do they need it? Because they want to accessorize their online
Right,
character.
a new skin comes out and they want it really bad.
So exactly. So
I want the Predator.
they're spending real money on a virtual
thing. Yeah.
that you can't really sell or do anything with. You just have it.
Right.
The metaverse takes that to the next level. The metaverse is like
They're even
people
selling
are
art.
I saw today. All right, just like when I googled it earlier, they were like buy money, make money, and buy virtual real estate.
Yeah.
in the,
Yeah, there's
in the
virtual
metaverse.
art too, and it's going for a fuck ton
Virtual
of money.
buy
Yeah,
virtual
those are
land.
those NFTs
This metaverse
or whatever, right?
Metaverse 3.0, the new social.
I should have got
gaming
into that.
network. Claim your
Still can't.
metaverse land.
Yeah.
Make money with digital land. But this is all a ploy to just get you in the door, and then they're going to try to sell you like virtual,
Houses
BMWs.
and, yeah, shit like that.
like-
Virtual dog.
Like 10 naked bitches. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right,
like
right.
whatever you want.
We
And
should buy a metaverse country.
we should.
This show should buy a metaverse country.
Yeah.
Can we?
I think we can.
Listen, here's my problem.
Let's buy a
This
metaverse.
metaverse sounds very enticing to me. It feels like like the
It's
minute
very
the evolution
Matrix.
of
It's
humanity.
very-
the minute they put a silicone vagina into a USB and I can put a thing on my head, like, babe, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't care, but I'm just saying. The second I can have sex with my Xbox,
It's happening.
They
It's
do have
it's
that.
gonna oh, they do have
that.
it.
They
yeah.
do?
Yeah.
I don't think I should have access to that technology yet.
Oh, it's out there.
It's
I need
out
to stay
there.
productive. But when this gets mainstream,
Just stay productive.
I do. I need to stay productive. Because if I get into the metaverse, I'm not coming out.
See you in Valhalla.
We
See you in Valhalla will
Yeah.
completely take over.
It's already taken over a lot.
Candyman
It's
will
already there in his
cease-
brain. You can
oh,
see
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
The cogs are turning.
Right.
That's delicious.
It's come out a couple of times.
Your mom's
Dude.
delicious.
He
I
put
was-
This
his
is a
beard in
zero
the Viking
I
girl.
had it in a ponytail last night.
Good.
Dan, my beard won't grow properly. You sure this thing's still growing? You're the hair expert.
Well, all right. Everything has terminal length. This is why your
you
chest
think-
hair doesn't grow down to the floor
Oh,
because
I asked
it
you that
eventually sheds. But beards have a longer terminal length, but you might have a shorter terminal length, and that's just as long as it'll grow.
is this my terminal length?
Probably not, but it could be.
Because
I wish chest hair just kept growing.
I know,
That'd be fucking
hysterical.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't. That's why every hair has a genetic limit to how long it can get.
What
It's
a-
always growing, but
what
it's
a
always
design.
shedding and growing. You don't see the shedded hairs because they're small.
So you think the metaverse is like celebrities are big into it. I've heard Snoop Dogg likes it. These other people
Yeah,
like
it's just
it.
like another way to make money.
I feel like I'm being left behind in the money making thing in life. I think that's one of my biggest regrets is not like taking my piece when I should have.
What are you gonna do with all the money?
Buy cool shit,
Yeah.
buy a house, like gas.
No, gas is
Get a butler. I'll get a butler.
I'll get a butler. Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite.
Sure.
I'm the
I,
opposite.
I,
Positive
I
echo.
didn't even want that much. I just want enough to buy a house and do a bunch of bullshit and put a gym in it, have my own museum.
You want your
my
own
own
little...
I want a
Museum?
vagina and a USB port.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Your vagina and the USB port.
All right, I'll let
Molded.
that go.
It would be molded.
Yeah.
he has the tools
Yeah, he does.
and the skill set.
He does.
It'd be yours, I'd make.
You're disgusting.
Hey,
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's the-
I got
Metaverse,
I got
babe.
the body double at work. It's like a silicone. We could mold anything with it.
so
Skin safe.
You're not using a body.
what do we do? We buy a virtual country and just develop it?
Yeah.
Who's in charge? Who issues out the land permits? Who's the man behind the curtain?
Me.
No, but
I know about all that stuff.
but like
You're
like,
the
this is all-
king. I'm the prime
The Wizard of
minister.
Oz.
No, this is all. No, I want to be the emperor.
I want to
This
be
is,
Ragnar. I want to be Ragnar.
Ragnar, King Ragnar. No, this is all virtual stuff, so it's being run on a computer somewhere. So is that the boss? Do they control who owns the real
bunch of
estate?
bullshit.
Where's
Don't
the
ask
money
me.
going? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Who owns it?
Don't
Bunch
ask.
Yeah.
of bullshit
it.
for money laundering. Is what
Facebook.
it is.
Facebook.
Facebook
Meta
owns it.
AKA Meta owns it.
Oh, that's why. It's
Sean,
called
do you
the
think it's like a money laundering scheme, just like art is?
Yeah.
Art paintings is like a money laundering scheme for tax purposes,
yes,
big time.
100%.
And I think this is similar. I think that's why I'm saying like there's so much money to be it's not money to be made, it's like money to be like funneled and distributed that I'm just not like wise about, and I never have been. I've always just been a sucker and work hard.
Well, that's what we got to figure out.
You're an artist.
Rich
I'm
people
an artist.
figured out how to do
Give me
the
a
art.
tube, I'll give you something out of it.
That art scam is amazing.
John
I
Lennon.
love it.
My mom's an artist. We could do some
Let's
stuff
get it.
with her
Can
work.
she can she say how much things are worth?
She's not into scams, really. We should keep her out of it. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she's a good person.
Maybe she can tell us who curiously who like would
Where could I get a good Caravaggio?
who would assess your art, your painting, and then
Yeah.
we say, hey, we'll give you this much.
Caravaggio is one of my favorite painters.
It's an abstract thing to like how much you're valued as an artist. Like it's how much your work sells for, and your work only sells for a certain amount because you have clients to begin with, and then they drive the price up, and then you have galleries. This is all a good conversation for the metaverse because like
That's what it is.
Bunch of bullshit.
Value is whatever people say it is. That's why the housing market right now is out of control because people are saying, "I agree, that house is worth $400,000."
Because they're buying it.
They mutually agree.
There's also not enough supply.
Yeah.
Listen,
Supply and demand issue.
Classic.
That's
Classic
economics.
supply and demand.
I have no argument for that.
We're
and
coming up
that's
to work
fine.
time to make good money.
But what
because
I'm telling you
the
is
housing thing is ridiculous.
the real estate. My old man's big into real estate. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
I've taken real estate courses.
Yes.
I've done the class. My biggest thing that hit me every time I ever did it
Yes.
was wait a second. How do you know how much this house is worth? You just make up a number and that's what it is.
Yeah,
Basically,
people-
they
they were
were
like-
in the last sale.
They were like, yeah. And I was like, so wait a minute. So when I go to sell a house, I have to go find 5 other houses that sold
like
it
it.
recently and be like, see, these other assholes paid this much. So that's how much
like the
this
stock
house is
market.
worth.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It is.
It really
And inflation and everything just keeps driving it up. And I mean, like, and that's where bubbles burst.
Yes,
eventually.
but like, why would we make the biggest thing in the world that we buy such a value based thing? You know what I mean?
Because we're capitalist pigs, Christopher.
Not me.
I'm a fascist anarchist.
I might be a red. I don't know what I am anymore. Is that what they used to call commies, a red?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a commie. I will say it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I subscribe to the principles of the United Federation of Planets, which is equality for all sentient beings. And I think everyone should just have enough of food, shelter, basic, water, medicine, internet,
We all need replicators.
I'm not European. I don't plan on being European.
transportation.
Yeah.
What movie is that from, Chris? Who gives a crap if the socialists?
Ferris Bueller's
They
there.
could be fascist anarchists. Still wouldn't change the fact that I don't own a car.
It's true. All he cares about is that he doesn't have a car. He could care less about the politics of the world. I can get behind that.
Like that lady who wants her
Her
license
fart
plate to be fart.
Everyone's just trying to survive here.
I got to keep my queef plate. I don't understand it. Like,
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
This ain't North Carolina.
yeah, it's North Carolina.
So that's it. People are just buying up virtual assets now and saying, "Yep, that's what it's worth." And people are like, "Ooh,
Yeah, man.
that looks good."
But these aren't even like
that Ferrari skin looks good, even though it's a video.
these
game.
aren't even tangible things like a car or like a house or something. At least it's tangible. Some of these things are just digital arts, digital things.
Is this like
they're not even real? Like
is this like a bulky, like, when we look at like old cell phones or old computers, they used to take up like an entire room and we're like, oh my God, look at this barbaric technology.
Yeah.
Is the metaverse that, but for like the future of like humans are going to live in virtual reality at some point full time, I'm sure.
and
Yeah.
this is the
And this is like
example of
this is
shrinking.
just like a bulky computer from the 60s.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
exactly
our version.
what it is.
This is our version of that, but for the meta, like we're not in full VR yet, but this
Yeah.
is like the first big step into the pool, I think.
Yeah, we can't. Soon our planet will be engulfed and it'll be too hot to leave the buildings, and
We'll live in like air conditioned
Yeah, you
buildings
go
with
outside,
virtual reality all day.
you'll
Yeah.
get coronavirus 2030, COVID 30, and you'll be fucked. So now you got to live your life in a
bubble.
electronically.
Yeah.
You just live in a
That's
little
how
box.
you get
They
socialization.
put a silicone
Yeah.
thing in there to suck my penis off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they already have that.
They already have that. Yeah.
That's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we figured this out.
So you just put me in this little tube,
Yeah.
like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feed impulses into my brain that tell me, oh yeah, you're having a steak right now. It's delicious, but I'm really just getting intravenous nutrients put into me.
Does that
Right.
that
bother
might
you?
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
put me in a good situation. Like I'm the like rich or something. I don't know the difference. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's what happened in the Matrix when
Yeah,
Joe
he wanted
Pantaleone
to go
switched
back.
sides. He goes, I don't want to remember a goddamn thing.
You want to be rich, like
He's like, I want to be someone important, maybe like a rock star or something. He's
Yeah.
like, just give me something cool, and I don't want to remember any of this shit.
Yeah, right.
So the question is, and I remember when we had Kirby on the show, she made me edit it out because she was too disturbed by the concept of it, that she didn't even want to be part, like she didn't even want to be associated with it. She was disturbed by the idea of that we could already be living inside of a virtual
That bothered her?
Yeah, it bothers a lot of people.
Yeah.
People need to
I
have
think
like
it's almost a certainty that we are.
well,
Not in like tubes, but I think that we're not like what we think we are.
right.
We're in a coded world.
All the time, I'm running around thinking to myself, I don't even know who or what I am, why I'm here, any of this stuff. And I get it that, we talked about it earlier, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like, the only reason I'm able to think those thoughts is because, like, my other needs are being met. But, like, people are running around all day worried about all this other shit. I'm like, why is nobody worried, like, why aren't more resources being put into finding the nature of reality, like the real fabric of whatever's going on?
Well, think about this: we're making the metaverse. Who's to say somebody else didn't make a metaverse?
Well, how many can you do?
And we're part of the metaverse that they made, and now we're creating our own metaverse inside the metaverse.
Yeah, but
It's like that Rick and Morty episode.
you could go forever into that,
deep
right?
will it go?
Theoretically.
with the
Yeah.
No, it's like in
with the
Star
universe
Trek.
that runs his spaceship,
Maybe you skipped this one.
the Flugelbox or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good episode.
Maybe you skipped this one because it's a holodeck episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
But basically, Data's super smart, and he programs the holodeck to come up with when he plays Sherlock Holmes, he wants the computer to come up with an opponent that's basically can outsmart him. And so they invent, is it Moriarty?
Yeah.
So Moriarty, who's Sherlock Holmes's
Villain.
adversary, is brought into life by the holodeck, and he's so intelligent that he figures out that he's in a digital simulation.
Yeah.
And he wants out. He wants to become real. And what they eventually do is make like a miniature computer cube thing. It's really ingenious when they show it because it's like so tiny. And they're like, see, it's a self-contained computer. And he has all this memory to make a whole universe for himself and blah, blah, blah. And so like that was on Star Trek in the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
So, how many simulations inside simulations inside simulations?
In the 80s, they had this stuff in Wi-Fi. All sorts of stuff was already in the works. We just didn't see it.
Yeah, sure. Nikola Tesla one.
When we finally saw shit, it was 15 years after development or more than that.
Right,
You know
but
what I
the
mean?
concept that we're inside of a simulation blows people like Catholics, for example. They need to believe that like we're in the real,
Like in special
the real
and-
world,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
that fucking means. And
Even if they proved it, none of these people would believe it.
well, just whatever. Like they need to believe that there's like that whatever their narrative is that they hold on to for reality. You know what I mean? Well, the fact
Reality.
is, the facts are we just don't know anything.
UFOs,
Science.
sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
You missed consciousness. That's
That
okay.
might not be a real thing.
Well, seriously though, right? Like no one ever like we're conscious, but we don't know anything about it, how it happens, where it comes from. Is it an antenna? Like are your thoughts like basically like the phone where you upload and download information when you think something? Is it being beamed into you, or is it coming out of your brain?
And why are we born into our own bodies with our own perspectives? Why aren't I born into yours? Why do I have this not just consciousness, but like a perspective from only this person?
Well, the Hindus think that
That's weird.
The Hindus think it's God divided into an infinite amount of pieces. And it's done for two reasons. One, God's bored as shit. He's done it all. It has the energy that is the entity that is God. They just call that the universe.
Oh, I just saw a cool
And
episode.
every little piece that exists inside of it is a piece of that. And it jives with a lot of other philosophies. Like the Catholics think that God's this omniscient thing that can hear everything, see everything, feel everything. Well, like
Is
a
everything.
good way to do that would be to just if you were everything all at once, right? And then maybe they have this thing called the Akashic record. They believe that there's like basically a like
Religion.
we need they fucking You got it. They think it's like the cloud, basically, that like all the information in the universe is uploaded into this thing, and then eventually it leaks into different people's minds different ways.
And we created the cloud.
I don't fucking know. But the other weird thing about the metaverse thing is like now humans and like scientists are figuring out like parallel universes, right? Where like it's similar to ours, but it's just a little different.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds a lot to me like 1,000 different computers in a server room running the same simulation, but just with slight variables. So like if physics is telling us that there are more dimensions and that there are parallel universes and that they're infinite, it's possible that that is exactly what the fuck is going on, that they're all simulations and that they're all being just fucking run, and you know the speed of light's like somehow tied into that. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to get into it. Gravity, speed of light, but yeah, it's all fucked up, and it's tough to think about, but that's what's going on, man. We just don't know the reality of nature.
Let's lean in.
There was a lot of times.
Let's buy a country in Meta.
You want to get involved?
We'll call it T&M Bart, and we'll have border patrol, and we'll let people in. You have to apply for citizenship.
When I was in my early 20s,
go to
before I met
war.
Kingsley, and before I was really bad on drugs, this bothered me. Like I had trouble being grounded in like my life and like being like present in what I do more than I do now. And it doesn't bother me now. It doesn't scare me. I don't know why.
What's wild about reality is how you like your emotions can dictate what it feels like or what it is like, or even like drugs can change your chemical outlook on stuff. So like I remember talking about this recently with somebody, but like you take a task that like fucking shoveling horse shit or shoveling snow, like basically no human in the world right now would raise their hand and be like, yeah, I'd love to shovel some horse shit and I'd love to shovel some snow. But
Somebody does it.
If you gave those people 2 grams of mushrooms, that would be the funnest activity in the world. They'd be like, look at this.
Look at what I can do.
Look at this. Look at this. This is water that's been frozen. It's crystallized. It's sticking to each. Look at it. I can make a ball. I can do this. They'd be throwing it. They'd be having a fucking blast shoveling that shit in that snow. But it's only because their perspectives have been altered, which is really just chemicals, right? So it's like, once again, I just want to let everyone know you're just a big bag of biominerals and biochemicals.
And not that durable either.
Not super durable. That's the other thing I was thinking about this week too, is like the amount of engineering complexity to make a living entity seems to me like a massive undertaking. Why would you? And I get reproduction is technically like making new ones that are better and stronger and little by little, but like, man, why would you go to all the trouble of building me just to make me wither away and die and go to shit, you know?
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Barbados forges the digital path by becoming the first country to establish
Who's this?
an embassy in the metaverse.
Who?
Barbados.
Barbados has established a virtual embassy in the metaverse.
Yep.
In
So-
what? Is that their sovereign artificial land?
Yeah.
What happens if you go in there?
Do
Do
it.
they,
Let's
like,
start buying land.
Let's do it.
We should buy something.
how much is it? How much is it right now?
don't
Pull up an
know.
app.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Probably some
first thing
online
I
fucking
said-
currency called glebe globs or some shit.
I wonder what online currencies are doing to the economy right now. You think that like technology's out of control right now, and that, like COVID happened prior to COVID happened prior to the GameStop funk thing, right?
Yeah.
So it was already that was going on, and then these guys were like, "Oh, we're stuck inside all day. Let's invent a way to rob the man," and they came up with that. All right,
What are you laughing
Well,
over there about, Sean?
it's because
it says here, make.
Justin Bieber held a concert in the
In the metaverse?
and it was
the
his
metaverse.
avatar.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like literally could be a computer pretending to be Justin Bieber and singing
Yeah.
his songs, and people are there like, "Whoa, man! It was like I was really there watching it."
Yeah, and he was like at a concert. He has a stage and
Okay, so this land is actually apparently mapped to the Earth. Is that what's going on? This is what it says. The Spotland trademark beta features feature allows users to claim digital land at any actual GPS location worldwide and claim 30% share of ad revenue to users who have claimed the digital land where advertisers drop AR ads.
So this is almost like
Start your
it's
journey.
going to be like those movies where they're like walking around. There's like fucking ads just like in the air almost.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be creepy and kind of cool.
It's like
Was it
when
Ready-
Dave Chappelle
Ready
made
Player
them all
One?
into an internet. He's like, hey,
Yeah,
bro, you want a penis? 12
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you want a 12-inch penis?
Yeah,
The guy
yeah.
just kept popping up.
Yeah,
every
we're gonna
month.
get pop-ups and shit, and like
Yeah.
if you don't have like a special pop-up subscription,
All right, fuck it. We're gonna
you'll
get
see all
a
the shit.
little slice of the metaverse land. I'll get on it. It'll be my project. We'll start working on it.
Yeah.
We'll see what the
What is
fuck
it?
happens.
Glasses?
I don't know.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
just saying.
How, are they gonna have digital pop-ups in front of your face? You think?
Oh no, that's what I'm like. That's
No,
it's
that's
almost
coming.
like this is the precursor.
Aren't they
to-
doing the Neuralink soon? Anyways, like
I heard that. They
Yeah,
put some-
Neuralink is a thing too.
Hey, listen! Shout out to Elon Musk and all his endeavors. But I heard they put Neuralink in some chimps and they straight up fucking died.
Aw,
Christ.
those poor
Yeah.
things.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
I
That's
mean,
good.
it sucks, but you can't expect to
Better
just
than
design a
people.
I
Neuralink,
know,
stick it
I
in, and be like,
know.
oh, this is how we make it work. There
I
has to
know.
be.
It sucks.
You
though.
learn from the mistakes.
Yeah.
That what there should be is human volunteers,
Right.
which I don't think the government would allow.
No,
but I
they
mean,
won't.
well, they will when it gets to a certain stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once it stops killing chimps.
Yes, exactly.
Or just some other government in the
They're
world.
gonna make some
other government somewhere will, like Pakistan, will be like, yeah, Elon Musk, you can do that here. Human volunteers, sure, but we need 10 million bucks every 3 months.
Yeah. Right. He'll be like, okay.
He wipes his ass at $10 million.
I love Elon Musk, and you know who else gets a shout out?
We couldn't tell.
Yeah. No, you've said that like 3 times now.
You know who gets a shout out?
You got 2 shout outs.
I don't know if he's alive or dead, or if he is a she or what. But the ghost of Kiev. They shoot.
Yes.
They
I
shoot
saw
that.
him
They
on
shoot that person
TikTok.
down, or is
I
it?
heard
is
that's
No,
it-
not
so
real.
they
Still
shot
flying?
him down, and he got a new
he real?
plane the next day.
Okay, so he's
Yeah,
alive. Well,
he's
he or
alive.
she is alive.
I
thought it
heard
was
it's
fake.
a dude.
No,
I heard
it's
it's
real.
a 22-year-old dude.
I heard it's a dude. Yeah.
I thought it was like an old 50-year-old guy that was like the best, like Maverick from Top Gun 2, and he's like the only guy
yeah,
that can
no,
actually
I've seen
fly.
videos
Flying
of him on
MiGs.
TikTok and shit. It's
So,
insane.
I heard of the Ghost of Kiev because I get emailed from like these gun websites. They're like, hey, you want to buy an AK-47? It's got a little mark on it, so it's only $500.
yeah.
And they send me all these like solicitations, like, you want to buy a 100-round drum magazine? I'm like, that's federally illegal. No, I don't. But like in that email, the first day was like Ghost of Kiev special, and I was like, Ghost of Kiev, what the fuck is that? And then I was like, Kiev is the capital of Ukraine, I think. I only know that.
And actually, I think Kiev
and
Kiev is the Russian way of saying it. The Ukrainian way is different. It's like
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
but-
Kiev. It's not Kiev. It's
Kiev is definitely the Russian
it's
word.
the Russian. It's the
Yeah.
Russian way to
Da.
say Kiev. Yeah.
Das Vidanya, bitches. So yeah, the Ghost of Kiev is a for me was like a heartwarming story because I was like, dude, this person's a badass. They're getting in a plane when they know that's like a shitbox plane compared
Yeah.
to whatever the Russians have.
Yep.
And they're gonna fly around. He's got the home court advantage. He knows the terrain, and he's just gonna beat the shit out of these people, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what's been going on. So like it's basically an underdog story is
Yeah.
what it is, and who doesn't like that, right? Except
Right.
this is like the ultimate underdog. It's like these people are trying to invade my land and kill people. I'm
Right.
gonna blow them out of the sky.
Yeah.
Two worlds collide, rival nation.
Shout out to them. And if
What
any,
about the Ukrainian Reaper?
Yeah.
I've heard of the
I've heard of
Ukrainian-
him
this
too.
is a sniper.
Yeah.
I think so.
He killed 15 Czechoslovakians. He's an interior decorator.
He, the guy that's the greatest sniper in history for kill count, I think, was called like the White Death, and he was from
Yeah.
I think he was from World War II. And it was like a Swedish guy or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's got the most confirmed kills in any battle ever. But that was like an extremely violent war where like the sniper rifle was, if you were up in a tower somewhere, you could pick off a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Oh yeah.
Shakaka. It means white devil.
Yeah, but this guy, these Ukrainian people are heroes right now because they're obviously I mean, it's sad because they're killing other human beings.
It's
but
sad, and what's even more sad is that it seems like half of these Russian soldiers are just like, all of a sudden we're doing military practice
Yeah, they weren't ready
bullshit.
for it.
No, and then all of a sudden they're ordered in the middle of the night to go to fucking Ukraine.
Somebody needs to take out Putin.
You know, and now
I'm sure
I
it'll be
guess
done
they're
internally.
saying any Russian that's caught over, and they're making their moms come and pick them up.
Russia.
Your mom's coming
Your
to get
mom
you,
is
little
coming
fuck.
to get you. You little fuck.
Ukraine is saying you can have your prisoners of war back if their mothers come and get them.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Isn't that
That is
great?
bad.
Is it
It's so
too-
bad.
I fucking love it.
You.
How about Vladimir?
That's amazing.
How about they have signs up that says "Fuck you, Russian warship"? And
Yeah.
Vladimir Klitschko is walking around with guns and like
Hell
in
yeah.
camo, and he was like, he's a rich heavyweight champion
Yeah.
and a mayor of
Was
town.
he from Ukraine or is he from?
Yeah, he's
I thought he was.
Ukrainian,
I thought,
yeah.
I thought they were
both
Russian.
Well,
Klitschkos.
everybody calls them Russians back in the day because like
They're Soviet.
Ukraine was.
Yeah.
Now it's
Sorry.
like no, he's a Ukrainian.
What about and there's another one, Potapenko or something like that. A lightweight fighter.
The boxer, yeah.
Yeah, and two Klitschkos are fighting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're out there right now. I know there's a
Badass man.
There's
They're
a
in the
huge
pictures.
there's
I
a
don't
huge
know.
call there's a huge call for volunteers to go over there right now. So like when we
Any
were,
Americans going over to fight?
well, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When we were leaving Afghanistan or whatever, my buddies that are in the military or whatever that have buddies in the military, they said that basically there were plenty of jobs for $2,000 a day, just basically doing convoys of making sure that civilians or personnel got safely onto an airplane. So you're essentially getting paid 2 G's a day. You might get RPG'd, you might get captured and killed, but
Yeah.
it's $2,000 a day. You go for the risk. Right now, Ukraine doesn't have the money to hire soldiers. They need to put all their money. This is what I've been told from military guys. All the money that they have in their budget, all the volunteer, all the aid that they're getting right now, it has to go into hard assets like tanks,
Yeah,
planes, and
right.
shit like that to combat the Russians. And so the only guys basically from the U.S. that are going over there right now are either like special teams that are on the ground training the Ukraine, or there's volunteers going over there, like ex-military guys but you have to bring your own weapons. You have to bring your own gear. They can't supply you. So you're basically going over to fight somebody else's war.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's a part of me that feels right now that, like, dude, like, I should sign up and go over, help the Ukraine and fight because this is a sucky thing. This huge country's kicking this other country's ass in. But, like, I don't really know what's going on over there.
No,
I'm only watching the
right.
fucking news, man.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not going
They
to...
don't need to babysit anybody over there either. Like
I'm just telling you, you don't
wouldn't
really...
know what to
we
call.
have no idea what the real situation is. We're going off of what the media tells us. But I'm hoping that...
I think Putin's the asshole.
Because of what you were saying earlier with the flow of information coming from people to the media and then back out to the people, I'm hoping that some of it fucking gets real.
That's why the media kind of puts a political spin on things because they can't even report it anymore. It's like,
Right, yeah.
it's like then if they're not relied on to report what people are, then they gotta like do
Tucker
something else to be like relevant.
Tucker Carlson hasn't showed up in my feed all week, so that's a good thing.
Probably because he's not talking about aliens.
Been bombarded with Picard season 2 and
I still haven't watched it.
Q's back and this.
He
Oh,
looks
don't
good.
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
It's on the trailer. It's
I'm not watching.
I haven't watched
Oh,
it
watched
yet.
Guinan's
either.
back too.
Guinan's back.
Oh, I saw that in the little.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
Oh, so is the Borg Queen is back.
Is she?
Yeah, she looked great.
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
Yeah,
she was always.
you loved her.
I liked her too.
I would have put it in there.
You.
Yeah.
That's
Saying I would have put my dinky in her
yeah.
No, I know what you're saying.
bionic
He would
vagina.
put his dinky in her USB.
The Borg Queen, you know, Picard gets captured by the Borg and turned into a Borg, right?
Yes.
All right. So later on in the movies, they have basically Star Trek First Contact. It's highly recommended. It's debatably the greatest of the
So good.
next
Oh, what was his name? What was his Borg name?
Locutus.
Locutus.
Of
That's
Borg.
right.
I am Locutus of Borg.
Yeah, that's right.
So basically, this chick is like the head of all the Borg, and she has like a cyber upper part with skin grafted onto it, and there's like a spine hanging down, and it lowers her down and like puts her into like a hot little body and zips right up, and she just goes. And
it's like a data body.
she wanted
She has sex with Data, doesn't she?
it's implied. I don't know if they do, but she grafts. Data's skin is not real skin.
Yeah.
And has the technology to graft real skin onto synthetic computer processors.
He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
So she gives him basically a square inch of skin
Yeah.
on his forearm with some real hairs and stuff. and she just blows on it.
Yeah.
And he like jizzes his pants. He's
Yeah. Because he's never
had any
yeah.
sensations
He's never
before.
felt anything
And then
before.
she just like leans all over him. Plus she's covered in this like moisture stuff. She's shiny, but she just leans over him. She's like, "Was that good for you?" And he can't speak. He's literally like his balls are just completely emptied. He's like, I'm like, I feel you, buddy. So like that's how she's trying to get him to turn on Picard and the rest of them. But she grafts like a little inch of skin on him. She's like, I'll do it again. I'll blow on it right now, man. And let that be a lesson to you boys. The penis is like that. Whatever they made that thing out of, when it
highly reactive.
It's highly reactive. It's a direct route to the brain. The pain pleasure response system that seems to govern everything we do. It's a direct bing.
Yeah.
Bazinga. So anyway, that's all I got, guys. We're buying some Metaverse land. Apparently, it might be free, so we're going to develop a Metaverse land.
Right. And we're going to have borders.
I want to leave.
And we're going to invade other places.
This is what you want to do with our
I
virtual.
want to invade, take over other places.
Why can't we be like Switzerland?
The
Just
first
be, like,
thing you
neutral?
want to do with our virtual land is go to war with
We want more land.
Yeah, exactly. What are we going to do?
We're going to take over, what
Do
was
not
it,
give me power,
Barbados?
I will take power.
That is essentially what happens.
We'll just go live in Barbados.
Dan D is Ragnar.
Ragnar.
Yeah, I'll go down. With an
Hell-
axe.
Hell yeah,
That's
you
his
go
job.
down.
If I've ever been in a mindset to go like that, like go at somebody.
Who's responsible? Am I responsible for this? Because what happens if I start doing it and then I disappear and you guys are like, where's Chris? We're like,
In the metaverse.
he's got his fucking VR headset on. He's stuck in bed he's
been stuck in war for the last 6 months.
He's had a catheter installed.
I'd like an Oculus. I think it would be cool.
My mom has one.
Yeah, I never tried it though.
Oh, I haven't either.
I'm not ready.
You would be here, but see you in Valhalla would be gone.
Yeah.
Something. One part of me would be gone. I don't know. That's all I got. Anything else for this week? Or are we too cooked? I thought we did pretty good considering.
I think we did great.
The weed
Yeah,
we
we bounced
Considering,
around.
yeah.
considering the ganja we took down just before getting on the air. So
Yeah. I'll finish it on my way home.
check out energytree.com. Check out the new Christie Williams link that we're going to put up, which is going to be some kind of fundraiser for people with cancer, I presume.
Check out your mom.
Cancer research. Why do you always have to follow our serious things with that? That's such a...
Because I want to thank her.
All right. Thanks to the moms. Mother's Day is right around the corner. We'll break that one out early, I guess. Anyway, until next time,
Not
guys,
what I mean.
get your hooshies off.